Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. What a remarkable confluence of things that we had. The spring equinox yesterday. It's real, it's happening, it's coming. And we have our day 40. So if today is your first day, that's fantastic. A big start. Good morning, JCP. Hello. Hi, Michelle. So, set up your music is to svadhistana. The next playlist is ready to load. That'll be 3 Manipura. Same on Spotify. It's not linked up to the website or YouTube yet, so I will do that right after this. We feel svadhistana, sva, self, and adhisthana, to establish, to dwell within. But perhaps after these 40 days of inquiry and movement and momentum, we have a greater ability to dwell in that which is our own. Muladhara gave us a quality of existence, and that existence is an extension of a great tribal evolution. We could take our tribe 4 billion years back to bacteria. We root ourselves into existence, that we cannot be annihilated, that we are a participant, a citizen here. And yet we must break from that to become an individual. And the way that we individualize ourselves is the way in which we respond to what surrounds us. And our compass oftentimes is how we feel. Svadhisthana is a place of fluidity. I like this, I don't like this. This calls to me, this repels me. And we've seen through these 40 days that there's a lower version of this, a small third grader, petulant, whiny. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something higher, a sense of longing, a deeper call, a deeper desire, a deeper repulsion. This just doesn't work anymore. And so from these feelings, from these attuning to ourselves rather than outer circumstances, we become choiceful. We become dexterous with, I am that, but I am not that. And I make more and more choices that yes, I will get up in the morning and I will take this time. And so from feeling, we choose, and the choosing creates nourishment. And who we are is more and more clearly established, and the cycle grows strong, and as we establish, we are ourselves. So if you have your oils, you put them in the palm of your hand, rub your hands briskly. If you don't have the oils, simply rub your hands briskly. Create a charge in your hands, just the way we begin before our mantra. And then you take your hands and you put that to your low belly and to your low back, one in front and one in back. And you pause there and you breathe there. Because svadhisthana is a place that reverses old shame about who we were. Svadhisthana is that which returns us to our choice rather than anyone else's. And so hands on your body, you choose yourself. And you establish this, and you are in contact with your physical, sensual body. And you feel the softening of your low abdomen, and you feel the settling of your age into your low back. And with no shame, with complete acceptance and worthiness, you hold this good body between your own hands. If you don't, no one else will. This is our space, our home. Deepen your breath down fully into your body, into the space between your hands. I am this, distinct from every other. palms together, sitting tall. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. 3 times, inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. You start your playlist at track number 2. Take my leave of you. We are leaving this sequence behind. We will leave this day behind. Notice that. Pay attention. May it be sweet. Hands overhead or out wide. Arch the back, sink the seat. Like you were waking in your bed and then roll into the ground. Moving from the hips through the spine. Inhale as you rise and exhale as you round. Close your eyes. Be aware of what will pass today. The sweetness of that grief. Can you stay right in that awareness? All the confusion of the past year, all the questions of the year ahead, to feel, to be momentarily overwhelmed, to let it through, that it may conclude, that it may rest. I am alive. And this is how I feel. Pause neutral. Widen your heels, step your feet forward, feel the outer edge of your mat with your feet, and allow your knees to drop to the left. Pause and just soften, fall a little more, a little less pushing. Fall right. You are watery. Just fall. Just fall. No performance, no grades. Side to side. Let your knees move as though you were underwater. Sometimes we're afraid to feel with any kind of intensity because what if it gets stuck? What if it stays that way? Right? So feel this watery quality of how we continue to move.
And then at the conclusion of that song, I cried thinking of all the things I could have said or taught you or made this better. And I can feel this. And I can honor you, and I can honor my intention to do such a job that our lives are changed. And then I can wash it through and say thank you. And soften and move on. Looser. It may quicken, as though you were being rolled side to side, a very small ship. 3. Keep lengthening through the low belly. Keep unpacking all the ways that we sit down into ourselves. And in the middle, hold your left shin, right leg long. Draw the right knee to the center, go wide and extend out. Fingers interlaced over the left shin. Keep the left hip steady and folded. And roll through the right side. That watery aspect now drawn to the right hip, knee, heel, circle. Reverse. The symbol for svadhistana is a circle. And a smaller circle inset to create a half moon. That which changes, that which cycles, that which goes round and round, change sides. Hold your right shin, left leg long, flex, point your feet, roll your ankles and knee to the center, to the left and out long. So find the circle of your heel, and within that find the circle of your knee, and within that find the circle of the hip. And within that, find the circle of the breath. Reverse. Put your left foot down and your right foot down, your left ankle over. Lift your head, shoulders, tuck chin, roll in, and then opening out. Exhaling, close. Drawing your right knee towards your chest, lift your head and shoulders, flex your feet. Begin to build your capacity, your power. Three, 2, and changing sides. Right ankle over the left knee, drawing in and out. Flush out the joints, strengthen the low abdomen, the upper back. 3, 2. And put your feet down, your hands wide, and then walk your legs out long, heels wider than the mat, a great starfish, and notice the sensation between the navel and the pubic bone, between the left hip and the right hip, between the front and the back. Draw your breath down into this space. Aware, after 40 days, in a whole different way. This space is alive and mobile, and important. Put the soles of your feet together. Your hands down. Rest your hands on your hips. Keep your breath in your belly. Keep your breath deeper than your belly. Bring your knees together, put your feet flat. Arms wide or overhead. Let your knees go wide. Come to the outer edges of your feet. Open and close. Let it become light, like wings. Three, two, feet flat. Walk your heels beneath your knees. Lift your hips. Feet together, knees together, for as much as they can be. And knees wide and together. To open, to close. Keeping your hips lifted. Back of your head steady in the floor. Inhale as you open, exhale as you close, let it become steady, strong. It is familiar to you now in a way that it wasn't when we began. Use the familiarity to explore, to claim. Three, two, and pause. Roll down. Put your arms out wide. Lift your heels high. Widen your legs. Putting your left foot down, your right foot follows. And again, the legs come up, open wide, and over to the right. So you're washing from side to side. If you need to, you bend your knees. If the legs don't come together or don't come all the way down, that doesn't need to change. Be wise in your body. Three, two, find the center, heels wide, hands to your inner thighs. Press your thighs to your hands, open the backs of your knees, open the arches of your feet, spread your toes, drop your low back to the floor, press, stay. Hands widen your legs. And then knees bending deeply, hands to shins, gather it in. And then rolling over, build a seat. With your seat in the center, your heels out wide. Interlace your fingers. Find a circle.
Anchor into your heels, spread your toes, close your eyes. Explore the range, the diameter you are willing to participate in. Reverse, big and steady. Find it in the seat. And smaller, reverse. Bring it in closer, closer. Let it gather some momentum and potency. A circle, in a circle, in a circle. And reverse. For 3, for 2, and pause at the center, hands to thighs, notice. And upright. Seated in the middle, sit right in the middle of your blanket, your bolster, heels down, toes up, hands up, fingers in. And going forward and going back. Inhale forward, exhale back. As you work right here, draw your hands apart, coming forward, together, going back, climbing a rope. Three, 2, and 1. Cross your legs, hands straight up. Little cups open wider than your shoulders. Inhale. 3 sips. Heart up, chin in your mind, sink your attention down to the pelvis and say VAM in your mind. V is in Victor, A-M, VAM, VAM, VAM. When you need to, breathe out, continue, inhale, and repeat, VAM, VAM, VAM. Feel a pulse. Release the breath, the elbows, the hands. Just notice that space there. And coming up onto standing. Unfold your blanket, putting your blocks up at the front. 2 fists would fit between your feet. Reach your fingertips out and sink your seat down. Thumbs come up, heart comes up, stand up tall. And then sitting down. Rolling down, head is last. Inhale up. Inhale to stand. exhale to sit. One more. Hands sweep wide this time as your knees bend, hands to the blocks. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Your hands coming up. Move your hips forward and back. Let the movement come all the way through your fingertips. Shake out the hands as you can create decongestion in the hips, in the chest, in the shoulders, right out through the fingers. And hands high, folding down. Step the left foot up. Sweep wide, stand tall. And return, knees bend, hands wide, right foot back, right knee down. And up. And down. Out the breath, out the hands, out the gesture, so that your innate grace is what's available. Hands down, back knee to rise, stepping up. Sit down, sweep wide, rise tall. And fold. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale up. Right hand holds the left wrist and just the hips to move. And it can be ever so slight or ever so small. And slowly, the next time coming forward, opening through the left hip, left hand. And hands down. Stepping your left foot up. Sit your seat, sweep wide, stand up tall. And then folding. Right foot steps back, right knee down. To rise. To fold. Left hand holds the right wrist. Just making your way in and out of your body. Just a little further. And then taking your time to pause. And hands down. Set the blocks aside so that you can find a high push-up position. Bring your hips down, bend your knees, sweep back, hard up, and bend your knees again to find child's pose. Coming forward, hips to the blanket, hard up, back to child. Inhaling as you lift, and exhaling as you fold. Feeling the liquidity of the movement and the low belly, all the inner organs. You may continue just like that, or rocking forward, pause a beat. Hard up, elbows in, turn right, and turn left, and fold back. Rocking forward. Hard up, turn right, turn left. And lightly look up, feeling the point of your chin all the way down to the pubic bone. Tuck the chin, lift the hips, sitting back, elbows down, palms together, thumbs are up, head drops between your arms, fold in.
If you like, bend the elbows, fingers pointing up, head dropping down. Hands down. Fold your blanket
So that it creates a long, thick rectangle, and come to sit down. Legs are crossed. You're on the outer edges of your feet with the toes pointing forward and the blocks on either side. So hands go up high, down to the blocks, fingers off the front or the sides, and pressing to lift your hips, lift your feet. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just find your rhythm. Maybe you lift a little, maybe a lot, maybe none. Maybe just lean a little bit forward. Finding that rhythm, and then decide if you like, stay on the blocks, or you can make fists with your thumbs on the insides of your hands. So the thumbs are beside your fingers and you press into the knuckles. If it bothers your knuckles, your wrists, your hands in any way, go back to the blocks. Both are grand. Can you find a little sensation of declaration? Can you make your feelings stronger so that we can remain sensitive but not fragile? Thank you for that, April. Such an insight. You may not hurt my feelings. I choose that for myself or not. Ha! Hands down, pause, stay. Muster up a response to your response. Sit down, hands up. So the first response says, I can't, won't, don't. You have another response. Build the second one. Respond with determination. Sit down, hands up. Last time, press, rise. Respond simply, maybe just with quiet. And down, hands up. Open your hands, open your elbows, little cups, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in your mind. Vam, vam, vam. Down, down, down in the body. Elbows bending, hands come down. Hands almost to touch, open and close. That movement of opening and closing coming all the way from the hips. There's a rounding, there's a dropping into your body and a return. A hint of a smile. You are the only one to determine your worth. Can't take my eyes off of you. If we cannot sing love songs to ourselves, we're going to be chasing everyone who might. This is where we determine I accept myself This is where we shake off shame or criticism, because no one else can have this inner conversation with you. This is you with you. Let me love you. Ha. You willing? You game? Just take a deep nature. It's this inner love, this inner determination, this inner acceptance that will see you through heartbreak of all kinds. Every day. It's not money, it's not the car, it's not the job. This is what we're looking for. Are we willing to feel ourselves and accept and revere and esteem and act from that fulfillment? Three, two, hands up high, little cups, inhale, 3 more. Capture the breath, vam, down in the pelvis, vam, 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 vam. Chin up, breath out, hands down. Notice the body, the thrum of deep frequency that is your home. Blocks beside you. Hands up high. Inhale, draw that through you. Hands down to the blocks, lean forward, press and lift. And inhale up. Use the blocks or not. Blocks or fists. Press. I am this. Good. Bend your elbows, last 2 fingers stay in, first 2 fingers will point out. Bring it into the seat, rounding and rising, rounding and rising. You move from your hips, and then lift your elbows. And when you're ready, arms stay straight. As though you were drawing that home frequency all the way through your body, all the way up. Dignify yourself with your own movement, your own awareness. Hands high, paws, seat down, heart up, chin in. Soften your inner thighs, open Open the hands, widen down. Let it come to rest, sitting tall. Notice how differently we hold our experiences, our feelings in this state. How differently we perceive our own worth in this state. Shake the fingers, shake the shoulders, shake the knees. So, if you prefer and you want to stay seated, stay seated. If you have been seated plenty and you're ready and you need to stand up, stand up. Hands wide. Put your thumbs across your palms, put your fingers over your thumbs. Begin a forward wind. Loosen the shoulders, loosen the body, loosen the lips. Close your eyes. Move steadily right here. Long, deep breathing. How would I stand if I had complete acceptance as to who I am? How would I move if I was determining my own worth? Emptying and filling my bank account with every breath. Long, smooth breathing. The breath grows. Keep the shoulders softening. Move as you need to. We're not here to develop tension. We're shedding armor. We're shedding inhibition. We're shedding vanity. We're shedding external constraint so that we can feel the vitality that is rushing into our day. Left side body, our lunar experience. Right side body, our solar experience. Integrating here, this whirling sense. That one and one makes who we are. Three, she's going. 2, where do you need to go? Where's that last 1/8 of an inch you're ready to set aside? 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Tight fists, cross your forearms, hold the breath in and press. Stay. Form. And unform. Inhale. Hold, tight fist, cross. Keep the breath in and press. Heart up, chin in. Seat or legs strong. Stay 4. Stay 3. Press. I am this. Hands down, breath out. Hands open and stand. Sit. Feel. This is my home frequency, my state, and myself. Down to a seat, legs crossed, blocks on either side. Hands up, open your elbows. Hands down to the blocks. There's your support, folding forward. So hinge the hips. Any issues in the low back, use the blocks. Widen your elbows. And then hands up. So the blocks and the hands are your support right at the base, creating a very light upper body. If you're ready for a little more, cross your forearms, hold opposite elbows, pressing your forehead against your forearms. Here's your stability, but higher up. The forward fold continues, same movement in the spine, forehead into the forearms, steady. Good. Work there, or elbows over the shoulders. The stability now has to be in the low belly. Slow it down. Internalizing your strength and your attention. Folding in. Last time. Right hand to the floor, left hand comes up and across. Left hand to the floor, right hand up and across. Feel the movement of your spine. Feel the anchor of your seat. Work here, or the same movement continues, palm together at the center of your chest. Press your palms. Keep your seat. Work here, or thumbs to the forehead, center, same movement. Work here, or hands high, almost touching, same movement. feel lighter. Be swift. The hands in the wind, leaves. Beneath you, deep roots. 3, 2, and upright. Little cups. 3 sips in. Heart up, chin in the pelvic bowl. Vam. Breathe out when you need to. Breathe back in. Continue. Chin up. Breath out. Elbows down, hands down, eyes closed. Notice. Bring your feet flat. Lying back, head and shoulders are on the floor, and as you go, interlace your fingers behind the back of the neck, the base of the skull. Widen the elbows. Shoulders down, heart up, seat down. With your heels down beneath your knees, elbows pressed wide, float your hips 2 to 4 inches and back down to tap. Up and down. Just half of what you could do. Inhale up, exhale down, in and out through the nose. A pulse, nothing aggressive. Breath. Elbows wide, steady movement. 8 more. For 3, 2, hips down, pause. Walk your legs out long, heels hip distance. Heels down, toes point up. Long, full breath down into the pelvis. Toes draw back, elbows wide. And in your mind, VAM, V-A-M, in the bowl of the pelvis. Establish a pulse, a sound, an intention. Continue. Knees bend, feet flat, release from behind your head, hands down. Pause.
making your way to a cross-legged seat.
Pause your playlist if it goes on. Adding socks or a sweater or a wrap. If this is the time that you ordinarily decide the practice is over, I would invite you to take your time right here. To come into this breath, because everything we've just done has simply prepared us to be right here. Left hand thumb and first fingertip to touch. Open the left elbow and let this sit you a little taller. If you need to, hop onto a chair. Right hand, first two fingers. Bring the first two fingers together, fold them down, and take the tip of your fourth finger to your left inner eye. Slide down the side of your nose and feel where the bone ends, just above the flare of your nostril, and close there. Without changing your breathing, simply invite the breath in and out the right side only. You don't have to pull it in or push it out. As you do, allow the right side body as though it could unpleat, as though the right side body was made of origami folds, and it could open in so many tiny ways. Releasing that fourth fingertip, take the right thumb tip to your right inner eye corner, slide down through the right, closing above the right nostril. Breathe in and out the left. We don't need to push, we don't need to pull. The breath will occur. Invite it through the left. And that similar unfolding within the left side body. Breathe in through the mouth, out the mouth. Lips together, in left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, out right, 2, 3, 4. In right, out left. In left. Out right. Slow and silky in right. Out left. We'll continue 4 more rounds. In left. Out right. Out left. You continue 3 more rounds. One more round. At the conclusion of your left exhale, right hand comes down. Normal breathing, in and out through both. Just notice. We add a pause to build the power of this home of ours. Right hand. First two fingers together, folding down. Right thumb to close the right side. Breathe in the mouth. Breathe out the mouth. Lips together. Breathe in left. 2, 3, 4. Pause, both closed. 2, 3, 4. Out right. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. In right. Pause both. Out left. Pause both. In left. Fill the chest. Pause. Feel fullness. Out right. Navel to spine. Pause. Feel empty. In right. Pause full. Nourished. Out left. Pause both. Realized. In left. Pause. Complete. Out right. Pause. Complete. In right. Pause. Complete. Out left. And pause. Complete. Right hand down, normal breathing, eyes closed. So still. When we are complete, there is a fullness and everything. And equally, when we are complete, we are empty and free. We feel fully that which has been provided. We feel it fully, completely, so that we are capable of returning to not feeling, available. Free. completion gathering into yourselves. We conclude with a blessing to summon rejoicing. When your weeping has watered the earth, when the storm has been long, and the night and the season of your sorrowing, when you have seemed an exile from your life, lost in the far country, a long way from where your comfort lies, when the sound of splintering and fracture is too well known to you, when despair attends you, when lack, when trouble, when fear, when pain, when empty, when lonely, when too much of what depletes you and not enough of what restores you, then let there be rejoicing. Then let there be dreaming. Let there be laughter in your mouth and on your tongue, shouts of joy. Let the seeds soaked by tears turn to grain, to bread, to feasting. Let there be coming home. Svadhistana. Sweet quiet. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. I am this. Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May we know and dwell within the home of ourselves ever, ever more fully. Satnam. When we know who we are and why we are, because we can feel it, because our compass is clear of acting for the acceptance and the worth of some external standard, when we are established in the self, we're ready to act. And the action will be astounding. Manipura, the city of gems, the action, the light, the fire, the Shakti. Tomorrow, we ascend and we act. So load your soundtrack 3, Manipura. It is familiar. We did it in the park last September. And it will steady us. We'll be shifting to a new oil. We'll put the oil at the solar plexus and at the navel. If you would like to add the oils, the next 4 will be shipped mid-April. So just have that in mind. The new form is up. The new oils are listed. And these will take you all the way through the summer. The next 4 times 40 days will be there. You can take a look. You can send me a question. Take a look at the Celebrate 365 on the website under practice, because all of your home spaces are there and so beautiful and so important and so magical to me to see our past year right there. All of us. Any of us that wanted to share, so beautiful, so different and important, and suddenly you were no longer a screen in my living room, you were a mat and a light and a block and a cat and a dog and a view. Thank you for that. That was the most delicious experience of seeing your spaces. Thank you. April 4th is a Sunday. It is Easter Sunday, And I will be at Druid Hill Park at 10:30. We will practice outside. I'll have the normal Sunday morning online right here. If you're in Baltimore and you want to join in, then absolutely be in Druid Hill. The details will come in the newsletter and online. So we have been apart. It is Easter Sunday, and if you choose, show up with a bunch of flowers, and we will have a swap. And I will give you one, and you will give me one, and when we leave, we will have a bouquet. We will have exchanged and intermingled, and we will take ourselves home freshly made. So April 4th, 10:30, Druid Hill Park, bring flowers. I will see you there tomorrow and all week long, noon, Manipura. Strengthen ourselves, take action. Satnam. Thank you, my loves. Happy Sunday.